My name is Omowunmi Dada. I'm an actor, stage, screen, TV. I'm a voice artist, and I'm also a film executive. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, 2 decades, better put, yeah. Okay, a little switch. As a young girl, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, not necessarily an actor. But the thing is, I've always just had everything art inside of me, from primary school to secondary school. I'd always done a little bit of broadcasting as well. But when I got into university, I was very certain that I wanted to be an actor. So I studied creative arts. However, the whole law thing, the zeal for law, is still inside of me somewhere in a corner. Maybe, maybe not, I will bring it up. So what character have I played that has impacted me such that it changed my personality? I don't think I have played any character that has changed me. However, I have played a lot of characters. I've played certain characters that helped me broaden my horizon, that helped me understand certain things about people, that helped me understand humanity better. I've played characters that gave me an expose into the lives of people I never knew I could meet, I never knew I could ever relate with. So one of those characters is Linda in Oloture. So I'm a girl who have 3 older brothers. So I'm the only girl, but I have 3 older brothers. However, I had to play this character, Linda, who was a girl child, and she was the first girl in a family. She was saddled with the responsibility of having to take care of her younger ones. Now, there are so many people, I've never experienced her kind of life. I've never walked a day as Omowunmi in her shoes, but there are 1,000,000,001 girls out there like Linda, who have younger ones, and they have the responsibility to either send them to university, literally take care of them in an economy like ours that is not particularly smiling. However, she makes certain decisions that I will not go through, or I will not go that route, but her strength as a girl child, for example, dropping everything that appeals to her as a person to carry on and shoulder the responsibility of her family is something that I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing, this is strong. Now, while I was researching for the character Linda, I went to a brothel for like 2 weeks, and then I related with a lot of these women who were sex workers, and the stories I heard, when some of them shared their experiences with me, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. It made me respect them more, first as humans, secondly, not because of what they do, but it made me understand that sometimes people do the things they do not because they enjoy it, but because they're in a society where they don't have a choice other than to brace up and be strong for other people who they feel are weaker, such their family. So, yeah. So for me, the beauty of an actor is not playing yourself, it's playing someone extremely detached from who you are. The farther a character is from me, the more interested I am, because what it is for me is, as much as I'm going to be becoming this character, I'm also going to be learning. So it's an opportunity for me to understand humanity more, because I'm going to be playing the life of this person that is extremely detached from me. So how do I do it? I do a lot of research. I talk to people a lot. I pay attention as well. I read, and I create a world, a fictional world. So the script tells you who this character is, the journey of this character from this point to this point, and what other people are saying about this character. So what I do is I look around me and I'm like, this character, do I know someone around me that looks, feels, talks like this character? If I do, sometimes ask the person, if I have a personal relationship with the person, oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Da, 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 and all that. If I've never experienced a character like this, I go online, I Google, is there someone that feels like this, that looks like this? What can I learn from them online? If I can't find anything, I then start to create a world. You know, okay, this person, the script tells me she's from age. The script probably starts to portray this character from age 26. I then start to ask, what was her childhood like? I create a childhood for her. Did she grow up in a good home? Did she grow up in a broken home? Did she grow up with siblings? Did she grow up in a place like Ikoyi or Aba or in the north? What are the societies she grew up in? How did it influence her? So these are like the things that I do that help me create a world for these characters that I play, and then help me become them easily. I think that my body of work says versatility. I think that with my body of work, a lot of women can see themselves in the different characters that I have played. I mean, if this character doesn't speak to you, the next character will probably speak to you. I think my body of work is quite colorful, and I've met people who have come to meet me to say that they saw a certain film I did, and the character I played helped them to make a better decision. I mean, they were probably in the same shoes with maybe a certain character that I played, and you know, the life of that character helped them make a better decision on certain things that they were going through at that point in time. So yes, so I think that my body of work has quite impacted people differently at different points in time. I think a good actor convincingly performs. A great actor becomes such that you can willingly suspend your disbelief when you're watching a great actor, such that you don't see the actor anymore. The only thing and the only person you see is the character they're playing, such that even after they're done, you can almost not forget the things that happened, the story they just told you. You can almost not forget it. That's, I think, is what separates a great actor from a good actor. I was at the mall one day, and this woman comes to meet me, and she goes, Kemi Kaziru, you're a wicked person, you're an evil person. And I'm like, ma, I'm so sorry. I myself, I forgot I was an actor. I was like, because it was so real. I thought she had a personal thing against me. And I was like, ma, what did I do? She was like, no, like, you know, how can you take someone's husband like that? And then she just did it. And I'm like, and you're like, no, Kemi, it's not nice. I'm like, Kemi, I'm like, sorry, ma. Are you talking of like a Married to the Game Kemi Kaziru? She said, yes, Kemi Kaziru, that's you. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And I said, oh, I had to go. Oh ma, that's just a character that I had to play. That's not me in real life. I'm a nice person. This one and that one. In person, you're like, I know it's not you, but the way you played it means you have it inside of you to have played it that well. It means that you are like that. I'm like, okay, ma. And I'm sure quite a number of actors have experienced things like that, you know. But the thing is, we count it all joy, and it's a thing of pride for us when we walk into places and people, you know, see us and they talk to us about the characters that we played, and they just can't seem to see us outside of those characters. It means you've done a good job as an actor. For the longest, a lot of people thought Patience Ozoko was a wicked woman. Oh well, you're probably one of those. But trust me, she's one of the sweetest people you can ever meet. I have experienced her. I know this for a fact. She would make you very comfortable. She will let you, she doesn't even have to convince you. The way she would just be, she'll be in a corner, patient. You'll be like, oh yes, my darling. You know, she'll pray for you. She's so sweet. She's very, very different from those characters she used to play. Very, very different. I've had um, I've had fantastic cheerleaders because this journey of mine has not been easy at all. There were good, bad, ugly, sour, sweet times. Um, in my family, my biggest cheerleader has to be my dad. My dad has always just been that amazing guy, right from when I was a child and I was in Igbo cultural troupe in primary school. He would allow me perform to him and even dance with me and make me understand that, you know, yes, you love this thing, but it's not out of the world that you love it. In fact, the first time I directed, which was in primary school, my dad told me the story of every man, and then I told my friends, and I was like, oh, let's do this for our valedictory service. You do this, you say this, blah, 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 and all that. I didn't even know what I was doing, was directing, you know. And secondary school, my dad just was this liberal guy that would say, whatever it is you want to do, I believe that I have raised you as a good human and a disciplined person to know what you want for a fact. I will support you. So when I said I wanted to study theater art, it was like, is that what you want? Yes, no problem. My dad, every time I had a performance in school, my dad will always be there. We're like, yeah, that's my girl. You know, sometimes I wouldn't even invite him. Maybe I'd said at some point, oh, we have this performance on the 15th of March, and I had just said it at home. Next thing, after the show is over and we're all, you know, seated having a Bible with our lecturers, my daddy would just say, that's my girl, Omowunmi Dada. I'll be like, Daddy, you came. You know, things like that really encouraged me. And when I started in the industry professionally, and there were times where things were tough and all of that, my dad would always tell me, Omowunmi, you have it in you. You are great and you will be great. I remember one thing though my dad told me, which I haven't forgotten till today. He said, Omowunmi, you will be great, but no matter how great you are, do not forget who you first are, and that is Omowunmi Dada, the human, Omowunmi Dada, the person. Do not ever let fame get into your head, that you forget to be kind to all, that you forget to show all, to love to all, that you forget to live the life that you want to live. So till tomorrow, my dad calls me the pearl of his eyes, and till tomorrow he's very, very supportive. If I show you messages from my dad, you think his own boyfriend sending it to me, and it's my dad. So I've had friends as well, but one person that has remained constant in the past, we're in 2026 now, right? Almost 13 years, is Judith Audu. I met her in 2013 on a project. And, you know, because she's an actor as well and a filmmaker, many times when the challenges come as actors, I'm like, oh, Juju this, Juju that. And Juju would always say, Omowunmi, you're my number one. Do not ever forget this. You are one of the most fantastic actors that I have ever experienced. So even if you don't get this thing, it's not because you're not good enough. It's just because it's not yours. You are great, and never forget that. And, you know, I don't have a sister. And over the years, she's been that sister to me. She's been that source of strength, you know, when you have a friend. She's been that inspiration over the years to me. She's been someone that would hold my hand to say, Omowunmi, everything will be fine. We'll cry together, we'll laugh together, we'll marry together. I think everyone needs someone like that. So yes, it's been my father, my brother as well, but in my family, number one is Mr. Dada. And then amongst my friends, Judith Audu. What keeps me grounded basically is the constant knowledge that I'm first human. I'm a human being who God has given the grace to do what she loves to do. And as a life would have it, this thing that I love to do comes with some form of fame, attention, and all of that. I could have been a happy doctor if I wanted to be a doctor. I could have been a happy baker if that's what I wanted to be. I could have been a happy oil and gas executive. You know, I am a happy actor. And as life would have it, being an actor puts you in people's faces and it gives you this attention. So when people come to meet me, they're so excited to meet me. It doesn't give me any sense of pride. In fact, it humbles me. It gives me so much joy that God has given me the opportunity to do what I enjoy to do, and it blesses people. That has always kept me grounded. I own a company called Signaturing Studios, and we fund films. Yes, so we put the money into films that we believe that champions things that we want. For example, gender equality, which is a film that Evie is about. It's a story of this young lady who is a music artist. It shows the challenges of being a woman in the music industry, the challenges, the travails, how the society affects the life of these celebrities, these music artists, and how sometimes they themselves are the weapons fashioned against themselves. But majorly, how hard it is to thrive in an industry that is really male dominated. It's coming to the cinemas on the 27th of March. As life would have it, I played Evie's god sister, best friend, and school. Well, she was kind of like a school mother, but she was her best friend and her source of strength. You know, my relationship with Evie champions women. You know, I say women supporting women, and the strength and beauty of sisterhood. Also having that one person that can tell you, can call you on your bad behavior, but also champion you to doing better and also seeing the good in you. So yes, I played a character, but Signaturing is not all about me being in the film. I don't have to be in the film. As long as the story is something that champions the strength of one, African storytelling to the world, and most importantly, showcasing the strength of womanhood to the world, we're good. Oh well, the fund. the fund. I believe that someday, very soon, our industry would have more access to grants, to funds, because it's not easy raising money to invest in films, but I believe that it would get better. So getting funds in this stifling economy, it doesn't only affect the entertainment industry, affects every sector of the economy. There's not so much cash flow, so we believe that someday it will get better. So it's important that the stories that we tell reflect our journey, reflect what we stand for. It's important that the stories that we tell change whatever narrative that the society might have put out there. It's important that we champion change. And if this has to happen, we would have to do it ourselves. So if we want to see better stories being put out there, if you have to do it yourself, you might as well just do it yourself. You know, there was a time that in the industry, it was just boy meets girl. It was the girl crying for love. It was a girl being a house help, and nothing more. But the truth is, there is so much more that a woman can be in a society. So we have to tell their story. Look at Formula and some Kuti. For the longest, the only thing people knew about her, including myself as a child, that we learned in school was that, oh, she's the first woman to drive a car, the first Nigerian woman to drive a car. But there were too many things that this woman did. There were so many things about her that history tried to hide. Do you understand? So the more we talk about the strength of these women, it will champion other women, young women especially of our age, to do more, to be more, because we can actually, and we have the capacity to do it.